If you run a local business, your Google reviews are basically your front door on the internet. Bright Local found that 93% of consumers expect businesses to respond and a third expect a reply in just 2 to 3 days. Google's research also shows that responding makes you about 1.7 times more trustworthy. So, reviews aren't nice to have, they're a daily growth channel. Most owners start with good intentions, and then the week gets busy. Reviews come in at night, on weekends, or during the lunch rush. So replies get delayed, or they turn into copy-paste templates that sound cold. And the biggest gap is recovery. A 1-star review should trigger a playbook, not panic. Here's the idea: stop treating reviews like random interruptions. An autopilot system runs 3 loops. First, it acquires reviews by asking at the right moment. Second, it responds fast with on-brand AI drafts. And third, it learns from review themes so you can fix root causes and improve your service. You stay in control, but the system does the heavy lifting. Loop 1 is acquisition. You trigger a review request right after a successful service from your booking system, your POS, or an invoice. The message is short, personal, and one tap away from leaving a Google review. If they don't respond, send one gentle reminder, then stop. And keep it clean. Google explicitly prohibits offering incentives in exchange for reviews. Loop 2 is where AI shines. Instead of starting from a blank page, the model drafts a reply in seconds using your tone and your rules. The key is personalization. Reference a staff member, a service, or a detail the customer mentioned. For anything sensitive, route it through an approval queue, but you still keep response times fast. The goal is simple: every review gets a thoughtful reply, every time. Negative reviews are where reputation is won or lost. The autopilot tags sentiment and topic like wait time, staff, or billing and routes it to the right person. AI drafts a calm public reply, then nudges the customer into a private channel to resolve the issue. Finally, you log the root cause so the same complaint doesn't repeat next week. Reviews affect 2 things: how Google perceives you, and how customers choose you. Google's study shows people see businesses that respond as far more trustworthy, 76% versus 46%. Bright Local also found that people are dramatically more likely to use a business that responds to reviews. And in the WhiteSpark Local Ranking Factors survey, high numerical Google ratings show up as an important local pack factor. So your autopilot doesn't just save time, it compounds visibility and conversions. You don't need a complicated stack. At the top, you ingest new reviews from your Google business profile. An automation layer handles triggers, scheduling, and routing. Then an AI engine drafts replies using your brand voice, policies, and context like services, hours, and staff names. For higher risk reviews, you can require approval, otherwise publish automatically and track everything in analytics. Guardrails make or break an AI system. Your autopilot should never incentivize reviews, and it should never leak private information. It should also avoid guessing if context is missing. It asks or escalates. And you need clear escalation rules for 1-star reviews, legal threats, or sensitive industries. These safeguards keep your reputation and your Google profile in good standing. A dashboard keeps the autopilot honest. Track your average rating, review velocity, and reply time plus negative alerts. Then use AI to summarize what people praise and what they complain about, week after week. That turns reviews into operational feedback, not just marketing. When you fix the top complaint, your rating improves, and the cycle gets easier. Here's what a typical 30-day improvement can look like when you run all 3 loops. You get more review volume because the ask is automated. You improve conversion because every review has a reply including the negatives. And you get operational insights that reduce the complaints that create 1-star reviews. These numbers are illustrative, but the mechanism is real. Consistency compounds. This isn't a 6-month project. In a week, you can connect your Google profile, define your brand voice and guardrails, and launch automated requests. Then you add routing, AI replies, alerts, and a simple dashboard. Start with human approval for safety, and once you're confident, let the autopilot publish the low-risk replies automatically. There are many ways to implement this. A starter stack is just Google Business Profile plus a simple automation trigger and a shared inbox for approvals. Most businesses do best with a pro setup, automated requests, AI replies with guardrails, and a dashboard with alerts. Agencies and multi-location brands add centralized reporting and templates per location. Remember, the tools matter less than the workflow and the rules. To recap, build an acquisition loop, a reply loop, and a learning loop. When those run daily, your reputation improves automatically and so does your local visibility. If you want the scripts, the guardrails, and the prompt pack, check the description. And if this helped, subscribe to AI Business Autopilot for more practical automations.